Today's episode delivered one of the most emotional and intense storylines we have seen in a long time. The episode focused on forgiveness, justice, family conflicts, and the difficult question of whether love can survive when it is constantly surrounded by hatred and revenge. The story began with a heartfelt conversation between Ateş and Marjan. After a brief interruption, the two finally got a chance to speak openly about everything that had been weighing heavily on their hearts. Marjan appeared exhausted from all the drama, betrayals, and conflicts that have surrounded her life for so long. Instead of seeking revenge, she surprised everyone by choosing a completely different path. Marjan admitted that she no longer wanted to live surrounded by anger and bitterness. The pain caused by endless family feuds had already taken too much from everyone involved. She explained that revenge had only created more suffering and had never brought peace to anyone. This was a powerful moment because it showed significant growth in her character. Rather than focusing on punishment, she was thinking about ending the cycle of hatred once and for all. However, while Marjan was ready to forgive, Ateş was struggling with a different perspective. Although he respected her feelings, he could not ignore the seriousness of what had happened. The emotional conflict between forgiveness and justice became one of the strongest themes of the episode. As the story progressed, viewers witnessed a shocking twist. Ateş gathered the entire family together, creating an atmosphere filled with tension and uncertainty. Nobody understood why everyone had been called into one room. The suspense continued to build until Ateş finally revealed the reason. What happened next completely changed the direction of the episode. Despite Marjan's decision not to take legal action, Ateş openly announced that he disagreed with her choice. In his eyes, certain actions could not simply be forgiven and forgotten. He believed that people must face the consequences of their decisions, regardless of who they are. This revelation stunned everyone in the room. The situation became even more dramatic when it was revealed that the police had already been contacted. Suddenly, panic spread throughout the family. The person who had spent so much time manipulating others and creating problems now found herself facing the consequences of her actions. The emotional breakdown that followed was one of the most powerful scenes of the episode. Fear replaced confidence, and desperation replaced arrogance. Pleas for mercy filled the room as the reality of the situation became impossible to ignore. What made this scene particularly effective was the contrast between past actions and present consequences. Throughout the story, viewers have watched certain characters create pain for others without showing remorse. Now, for the first time, they were experiencing the fear and helplessness they had once caused themselves. The arrival of the police added another layer of tension. Family members reacted differently to the situation. Some felt sympathy, while others believed that justice was finally being served. This moral conflict gave the episode additional depth because viewers were left questioning whether forgiveness or punishment was truly the right answer. Meanwhile, the emotional impact on the family was impossible to ignore. Tears, regret, and accusations filled the mansion as relationships were pushed to their breaking point. One mother desperately tried to comfort her child, promising that everything would be all right, while others struggled to accept what was happening before their eyes. Another powerful aspect of the episode was Ateş's commitment to justice. Even though the accused was connected to people he cared about, he refused to allow emotions to cloud his judgment. According to him, right and wrong should not depend on family relationships. This stance showed a different side of his character and highlighted his determination to do what he believed was morally correct. However, the emotional heart of the episode came during another important conversation between Ateş and Marjan later on. After the chaos settled, the two found themselves discussing the future of their relationship. Unfortunately, instead of bringing them closer together, the discussion raised even more difficult questions. Marjan openly admitted that recent events had forced her to think deeply about their future. The problems surrounding them seemed endless. Every time they tried to move forward, another conflict appeared. Family secrets, old betrayals, and painful memories continued interfering with their happiness. What made these scenes so heartbreaking was that neither Ateş nor Marjan doubted their love for each other. In fact, their feelings seemed stronger than ever. The real problem was everything surrounding that love.